leaders of our great party, our keynote speaker and national party leader of the New Democrats and presidential candidate for the NDE for the 2020 elections in Kenya, our host and the APC national youth leader, Barrister Ahmed Ismail, our speakers for today's conference, our panel moderators, our zonal youth leaders, distinguished delegates and state representatives here present, our distinguished invited guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome. Sometimes you just need to stop analyzing the past and stop planning the future. Stop figuring out what precisely we feel and stop deciding what exactly we want and just take it and decide about it. And ladies and gentlemen, that is what this conference is about. I therefore want to welcome you to the biggest gathering of progressives in Nigeria, the most forthright, where we are gathered to decide what should happen to this nation, because here we are, about 2,000 in this hall, about 10,000 joining on social media, and about 50 million watching on live TV. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I think our national youth leader deserves a round of applause for pulling this through.
As is said, we can't change the beginning, but we can definitely take a stand where we are and change what happens in the future. As my co-anchor has said, Ben, this is more than a gathering of just youth with agitations. It's a gathering of youths with a purpose, youths who have come together to forge a way forward, youths that are dedicated to the project Nigeria. Once again, another round of applause for our national youth leader, Barrister Ismail Ahmed, for bringing this to fruition. We'll also want to recognize the presence of Hajia Imam Suleiman Ibrahim, who is the Federal Commissioner, National Commission for Refugees, Migrants, and Internally Displaced Persons. You're welcome, ma'am. We also have the Governor Adegboyega Oyetola of Osun State, His Excellency, the APC National Caretaker representing the Southwest, ably represented by Ola Padi Akim, who is the Special Advisor to the Governor on National Assignment. You're also welcome to the program, sir.
Well, we have been told that we have in our midst distinguished Senator Ken Namani, GCON. You're welcome. Please, can we put our hands together for him? Thank you very much, sir, for being here. Also with us here this morning is His Excellency, the Honorable Minister of State for Labor. Let's welcome Festus Keyamo, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. You're welcome.
Also in our midst, it's Alhaji Ahmed Rufai Zakari, who is a Special Advisor to the President on Infrastructure. Also, we have Ogbanayo Onu, who is the Minister of State for Science and Technology. You're all welcome to the program, sir.
Let me add also that we have with us here distinguished Senator Owili Rochas Okorocha. You're welcome, sir. Please put your hands together for him. Distinguished Senator Kabir Abdullahi Barkia is also with us. Thank you very much, sir, for being a part of what we're doing today and for identifying with the youth. We have also the head of legal, APC National Secretariat, Barrister Dare Oketade. You're welcome.
You're all welcome once again. The first of its kind gathering of youth who have come together with a voice to say we are dedicated to the project Nigeria. Welcome once again.
I know the time is of the essence, but permit me to specially appreciate Professor Ali Alao, APC from the UK, Prince Ade Omole, and Dr. Mustafa Abdullahi, all of them joining us from the UK. I think they deserve a round of applause for taking the pains to come all the way to be a part of what we are doing. Let me especially also appreciate the Executive Chairman of Ikara Local Government Area of Kaduna State, Honorable Sadiq Ibrahim Salihu. Please put your hands together for him. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this conference is not about problems. This conference is about solutions. While we were working on this program, we thought of what we needed to do. But Your Excellency, we have enough people here who will prepare and challenge us for the next phase of our lives. We have assembled here the best of Nigerian youths. We have also carefully picked the progressive minds. We're here sure that there are no crystal balls or magic mirrors about the future, but we are here determined to give our best shot about the future for this country. And to prepare our minds to tell us exactly why we are here is none other than our own national youth leader, our own indefatigable, strong, focused, and determined young leader. Let's welcome for his opening address this morning, Barrister Ismail Ahmed. Please put your hands together for him. Ladies and gentlemen, our youth leader, the convener of this program, will be joining us to deliver his opening remarks.
Well, we welcome Barrister Ismail Ahmed. We further say that to move ahead, we must not sow division. We must put our differences aside and embrace a Nigeria which is not so perfect, but a Nigeria that is pristine, a Nigeria that's a great nation in the making, God willing. We welcome Barrister Ismail Ahmed, the national youth leader, to the stage to give his welcome address. Mr. Ben.
Okay.
The Nigerian Television Authority, the NTA. It is the first Progressive Youth Conference holding in Abuja, the nation's capital, precisely at the International Conference Center, ICC. The Progressive Youth Conference is a program put together by the youth wing of the All Progressives Congress, the caretaker and extraordinary National Convention Planning Committee, led by Governor Mai Malabuni of Yobe State. The program is here being put together and is the first of the kind since the formation of the party in 2013. This conference, according to the organizers, is timely as the party is undergoing administrative and structural reforms. The party leadership in its wisdom, sometime last year,
is here also
precisely June 25th,
Thank you very
2020,
much. Put your hands together for him.
deemed it fit to dissolve the National Working Committee, then led by Comrade Adams Ali Oshomole, and the caretaker committee constituted. And what we are witnessing here today
want to recognize
is part of the
the governor of
positioning
Niger
process
State, His
of the All
Excellency
Progressives
Alhaji Abubakar
Congress.
Sani Bello, who is
And,
being represented by
delegates,
Mr. Emmanuel
participants
Umar, the Honorable
drawn,
Commissioner
mostly
for
youth,
Youth and Sports
drawn from
Development,
across the
Niger
country,
State.
are
You're
already
also
seated.
welcome to the program, sir.
And we have important dignitaries here too seated. Any moment from now, the program will commence fully as a keynote address is
Honorable
expected to be delivered.
Kabiru Usman.
Once again,
Kandaga
welcome to the
is the Federal
Nigerian Television
Commissioner,
Authority.
Revenue
As
Mobilization
we bring
and
to you
Physical Allocation
happenings
Commission
from the
is
International
also
Conference
here.
Center
You're recognized
here in
and you're
Abuja.
welcome to this program. Honorable Princess Miriam Onasha is the Secretary, National Assembly APC Young Legislative Forum. You're well recognized and you're welcome to this program. While we await the arrival of other distinguished guests, we urge all those standing to please find their places and kindly be seated so that the program can start proper.
So I told him to say this place won't close.
We await the arrival of other dignitaries. We crave your indulgence to find your seats so that the program can start. While we await that, Ben, I just wanted to ask a simple question.
Well, recall that for today, we are focused on ensuring that we bring youths together to engage the party leadership and stakeholders of the national, zonal, and state levels to review the gains and plight of youth leadership in the party and in the government. We are also here to help reorientate our party youths on the air tools of what it means to be progressives. And we are here to appreciate the achievement of the APC 6 years in government under the able leadership of His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, as it relates to youth development in the country. We hope also together to fraternize with youth leaders and stakeholders in order to develop a blueprint for youth development in the party. Our work, therefore, will be to galvanize support and skills, to see that young people together, here and everywhere, work towards making what we do successful. I want to especially appreciate the presence of the Executive Director of Rural Edification Fund, Dr. Sanusi Ohiari. You're welcome, sir. We have also with us the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Rural Edification Agency, Ahmed Salihijo Ahmed. Please put your hands together for him. In our shot, please. Your Excellencies, we will commence in a bit, but please just bear with us as we we're getting set to commence in a few minutes. We want to thank His Excellency for coming out quite early, the representative of the President and Secretary to the Government of the Federation. We appreciate your timely arrival at this event, and we hope that in a few minutes we'll be able to commence properly and share these thoughts as we go on.
We wish to apologize to the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, for due delays. We thank you for coming and honoring this program on time. Thank you. We also want to recognize the presence of the Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Mr. Sunday Dari. You're welcome to the program. We want to recognize and welcome His Excellency, the National Party Chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Alhaji Mimala Buni, the Executive Governor of Yobe State. You're welcome to the program, sir. We kindly request that everyone be seated, the cameraman, the protocol. Please kindly find your seats so that we start this program in earnest. Time is of utmost importance. I should call is mine. Okay. Just hold on. Please, we want the photographers to please kindly move away from the floor. Okay. To move ahead, it's said that we must not sow division. We must put our differences aside and embrace each other and not sow a perfect country, but a bold Nigeria which stands before us and is greater than all of us. We want to welcome the convener of this great program, a youth with dedication, a hardworking youth who is also dedicated to Nigeria. We welcome the national youth leader of the All Progressives Congress. We welcome Barrister Ismail Ahmad to the floor to give his welcome address. Please, a round of applause for him.
I will do the job of the MC. I will tell everyone to please sit down and settle down. Please, photographers, please, can we all sit down? The president is seated, the national chairman of the party is seated, leaders of the party and members of the government are seated. There is a reason why we did not invite too many important government functionaries, because we wanted this to be about the young people, not about the dignitaries. So please, can everybody settle down? Leader disability, can we please settle down? Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, Grand Commander of the Nigerian Progressive Movement. Please, a round of applause for the President. Ably represented by my very own boss, who is simply boss. Mustafa, who has been a leader and a director in all the campaign that delivered this government into power. Please, another round of applause for the SGF. I'll take time now to recognize the next person, and there's a reason why. His Excellency, Honorable Maimala Buni, the National Chairman of the APC Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee. I want everyone to stand up for 5 seconds to give him a round of applause, please. And I know why. A standing ovation to our National Chairman, please. People say that that we have capacity. But the depth of capacity I have seen in this gentleman and the support he has given us to make this happen is simply unbelievable. And that is attested by the fact that he is here today. Please, another round of applause for our National Chairman. Oh, sorry, he's also the governor of Yobe State, because before Yobe people kill me. He's also the governor of Yobe State. The National Secretary of our party, Senator John James Akpan Udoide. Please, a round of applause for him. Our leader, the former National Chairman of the AMPP, and the Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, who was here on time. I said 10:15, he was here exactly at 10:15. Please, a round of applause for our leader. My minister, Honorable Minister, Mr. Sunday Akindare, my own personal person, the person I'm very proud of, the Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports, who made the Youth Investment Fund a reality. Please, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for him. My own brother, who is a senior colleague of mine, the Honorable Minister of State, Labor and Employment, Mr. Festus Keyamo. Please, a round of applause for him. And forgive me, when we are speaking, a gentleman walked in who is now a member, the Vice Chairman, Caretaker Committee of the Southeast, the former Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, somebody I have tremendous respect for, somebody that helps us and guides us in our deliberations in the party, Senator Ken Nnamani. Please, a round of applause for him, ladies and gentlemen. My leader, the disability leader, who is also a youth. So here, he's under me. Thank you very much for coming, James Lalu. My governor, I didn't see you coming, I just saw you now. Senator Rochas Okorocha. But the most important of all, the young people who are seated here today, who have taken this as their own personal progressive movement, an opportunity for them to come and have an interaction. This is the first time, the political party, APC, is 8 years old. This is the first time the party itself is calling for young people to come together and have a conversation. And please, that is as a result of the generosity of the National Chairman. Another round of applause for him. That's the reason why I said that. I want to welcome everyone. My job is simple, it's just to do a welcome address and go. So I'm just supposed to say welcome everyone from every nook and cranny. Every state have responded, every local government is represented, almost every ward is represented, either online or physically. That we can have a conversation and actually move the progressive movement one notch up. That this party is no longer a party of people who are holding positions of authority. That power truly belongs to the people, and the president truly believes in that. And he gives us an opportunity every time we meet with him. He tells us that we have to take this party back to the people. We know that elections are coming up in 2023, 2 years away. It may not be very far for us politicians. It's an all-comers election. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to be interested. The president always comes to the table with 10 million votes in 2003, 2007, 2011, 2015. But for the first time in 20 years, President Muhammadu Buhari, the name Muhammadu Buhari will not be on the ballot. That means that the party will have to go and look for its votes where the votes are residual. The president will transfer some of his votes to us. The party has transformed itself under the leadership of the National Caretaker Committee chairman. But more importantly, the votes are with young people. So the chairman, when I spoke to him about this, he said, have a conversation. We want to make this party the party of the future. It's not about the party of who has it now. It's about the party of who will make it tomorrow. This conversation begins today with this conference. We are going to make demands, Mr. Chairman. And I know you, in your generosity, you are going to accept some of them and make sure that we implement them as we go along. Honorable Minister, tell the young people of Nigeria that the APC, as a progressive movement, has come of age and is opening its doors to young people. In every nook and cranny, we speak their language. And we are going to deliver this party in the future for the progressive in thinking and progressive in attitude. You are all welcome here. Let's debate. Let's have a conversation with respect. Let's build this party Kalusan by Kalusan. Let's deliver like we've delivered in 2015. Let's deliver like we delivered in 2019. Let's deliver like we'll deliver in 2023. Let's deliver like we deliver in 2027, and on and on and on. And every time the opposition think that they have something on us, we will tell them that we speak a new language of the young people. Thank you very much, and thank you for welcoming.
Your Excellencies, if you still have your hands, can we put them together as for our own national youth leader? Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have a few other people who joined earlier, and I'll just have the honor to bring them up as we move. Let me especially announce the representative of Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Haja Aisha Buhari, who is represented here today by Senior Special Assistant Women Affairs and Admin to the President, Office of the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Dr. Rukaya Gurin. You're welcome, ma'am. We have also with us His Excellency, Her Excellency Dr. Meiro Almakura, Senior Special Assistant to the First Lady on Africa First Lady Peace, Office of the First Lady. Also with us here today is Mr. Hadi Uba, SA, Admin, Office of the First Lady. Thank you very much. Let me also especially appreciate His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Owele Rochas Okorocha. You're welcome, sir. Also with us here today, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have the APC Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee and Party Secretary, distinguished Senator John James Akpan Odoedege. You're welcome, sir.
We'll also want to recognize the presence of Senator Kabir Abdullahi Barkia. He's representing Senator Abba Ali, the member caretaker representing Northwest. And not forgetting one of our most important guests today, that is John Yahaya Nene, who is our keynote speaker. He's the national party leader of the New Democrats and the presidential candidate for the party of 2022 in Kenya. You're welcome, Mr. John. We gradually move on to the next program.
The APC National Youth Leader, and he made it clear that the Progressives family, the All Progressives Congress, and is making everything possible to make sure youth take their rightful place, position as members of the Progressives family. And we have among the dignitaries, most importantly today, the keynote speaker is a young man too, John Yahya Nene. He is from Kenya, the national party leader of the New Democrats, and he was a presidential candidate for the party for the 2022 in Kenya. He's suspected. He is a keynote speaker at the event. Now, the caretaker chairman, Governor Maimala Buni of Yobe, is on stage now for his address.
Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief, President Muhammad Buhari, GCFR, ably represented by my dear brother, the SGF boss, Mustafa, the First Lady, Her Excellency Haja Aisha Buhari, ably represented, the honorable ministers here present, members of the National Assembly here present, the National Secretary APC, members of the caretaker committee of our great party, the national youth leader and convener of this very important occasion, members of the local organizing committee, great APC youth, distinguished guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure that I join you here today at this very great occasion, the first ever APC Progressive Youth Conference with the theme, "The Future is a Decision." I am happy that this event is coming at a time when our party is undergoing complete rebirth, recovery, rehabilitation, rejuvenation, and repositioning. It is a fact that the future of our great party, the All Progressives Congress, we must invest in the youth for a better future for the party and the country. Therefore, this conference and theme are both strategic and timely for a prosperous future for the party and our beloved country. As you are all aware, the party has in the last 12 months been administered by the Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee, which I am opportune to lead due to problems and internal squabbles that had bedeviled the party. I am pleased to say that collectively, we have rescued a troubled party that was heading towards imminent collapse and disintegration to a very strong, solid, reliable, and ever-growing political party. At this point, let me especially recognize and appreciate the youth. You have throughout the turbulent times remained progressively united to the cause of the party. The Caretaker Extraordinary Committee had, during the reconciliation process, found the APC youth very cooperating to our collective approach to rebuilding the party. You are indeed great and will remain grateful. This also explains why the Caretaker Committee under my leadership took a deliberate position of engaging the youth in every process. As part of our strategic approach to youth engagement, a committee on youth, women, and people with special needs was constituted during the membership registration and revalidation exercise. I am glad to say that reports reaching my office indicated that the active roles played by the youth contributed massively to the success of the membership registration and revalidation exercise. And indeed, you have the future. Ladies and gentlemen, As the theme of the conference suggests, the decision for the future of this party and country cannot be at any other time better than now, and when the corporate unity and security in the country are being challenged. You should therefore exploit all available opportunities to assiduously work towards promoting national unity, democracy, and dialogue. I assure you the support of the party in investing in the unity and future of Nigeria. As the most energetic segment of the population, retrogressive elements with evil interest in causing confusion, creating and fanning hate and disunity will always rely on you to achieve such negative and patriotic tendencies and to destroy your future. You must resist them. You should never allow yourselves to be used as tools in the hands of these treacherous elements. Let me also use this opportunity to express the profound appreciation of the Caretaker Committee for the support and cooperation we enjoy from His Excellency President Muhammad Buhari, GCFR, Vice President Yemi Osibajo, GCON, and all members of the National Executive Committee, my dear colleagues in the Progressive Governors Forum, the APC caucus in the National Assembly, other key stakeholders, the youth and women groups, and the entire members of APC across the country. Your support to the committee has translated into the rebirth of a new APC that gives every member a true sense of belonging and pride. Our party has no doubt repositioned itself as Nigeria's leading party and Africa's largest political party. I also want to assure you that the committee is making great efforts to approach the proposed congresses and convention with support, trust, and confidence of all members. A leadership that will protect party interests above personal and primordial interests, promote unity, and take the party to a more prosperous future. We are on course and count on the support of every member of the party to enable us to complete this great assignment successfully with sense of commitment and fulfillment that will make us proud. I thank you all and wish you very fruitful deliberation and will produce meaningful decisions for a prosperous future.
His Excellency Governor Maimala Buni, the APC National Caretaker Committee Chairman there, the chairman acknowledged the fact that youth in Nigeria are important in the rebuilding process of the party and said Nigeria need to invest in them. He said, as it is now, the youth, most importantly, need to work towards promoting democracy and the unity of this country, and urged youth to shun unpatriotic conduct.
Presidential opening declaration by His Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency President Muhammad Buhari, who is ably represented by Mr. Boss Mustafa. You're welcome to the stage, sir. Please, a round of applause for him. The house is so quiet.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Yobe State, and the Acting Chairman of the National Caretaker Committee of the APC, Honorable Mayor Malabuni, the representatives of the other governors or governors that would have joined online, Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by Dr. Rukayat Gureen, distinguished senators and members of the House of Representatives here present, members of the Federal Executive Council here present, former President of the Senate, Dr. Ken Inamani, and other former members of the National Assembly, APC party leaders, the National Youth Leader, and other members of the Caretaker Committee, distinguished invited guests. Let me especially welcome all the youth that have come from across the country, or those that are joining virtually. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen of the press. I will now read the address of the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Muhammadu Buhari, who has asked me to stand in for him and to express his best wishes to the youth of Nigeria in particular, but most especially to the youth of the All Progressive Congress. I am very pleased to be with you today and to wish you all, including those that have joined online, a very good morning. You are and remain not only a strong pillar of our great party, the All Progressive Congress, but also a backbone of our nation. As I address you today, on the occasion of the first ever Progressive Youth Conference of our great party, the All Progressive Congress, I want to use this opportunity to commend our national youth leader, Barrister Ismail Ahmad, for his leadership and especially for convening this median event. I recall Ismail's visit along with some of you in February this year to present a well-thought-out document containing recommendations on addressing some of our national development challenges from the youth wing of the APC. This document is undergoing a thorough review for implementation in a manner that will result in the best and most appropriate solution for our country. I must not also fail to commend the progressive youth of our party, the APC, for all your efforts and contributions towards the development of our party in particular, and the country in general, as evident through supporting and defending this administration, as well as propagating positive messages for the development and unity of our country. I, and indeed elected and appointed members of this administration, are all proud of the work you do to us partners in our efforts to restore Nigeria to its glorious and enviable position. I also do appreciate your doggedness, personal sacrifice, and resolute spirit for this tireless work, which often goes unrecognized and unrewarded. As you are all aware, our party places a lot of premium on the participation and contribution of our youth to governance at all levels. Under my administration, we have removed any hindrance placed by age on the participation of youth in politics by enacting Not Too Young to Run Act. Aside from the various appointment of youth into the commanding heights of public service administration in the country, I've heard you mention a few this morning. I've also expanded opportunities for Nigerian youth to lead meaningful and fulfilling lives through various grants and credit schemes, social safety nets interventions, and livelihood enhancement activities that encourage them to break new grounds. As I did reassure Ishmael and his colleagues, I place a high premium on issues relating to our young people because I was given the opportunity to start my career in leadership as a young man, like most of you, if not younger. I will therefore strive to create similar enabling environment for youth to express themselves and get to the highest position of leadership in our great country. Let me pause here just to share a little bit of what I think the president wanted to portray here. When he became governor of the northeastern state of Nigeria, when there were 12 states, President Muhammadu Buhari was just 33 years old. And when he became governor of Borno State, upon the creation of additional states to 19, he was 34. And my first encounter with President Muhammadu Buhari was in 1975. I was then the Secretary General of the Students' Union of the college that transitioned to become University of Maiduguri. Then it was Northeast College of Arts and Sciences. In 1975, I was the first elected Secretary General of the Students' Union. And I had cause to lead a protest when General Murtala was assassinated. And I remember vividly, President Muhammadu Buhari was having a meeting with two other governors that had been carved out of the northeastern state. General Jega, the Emir of Gandu now, who was then governor of Gongola State, and Colonel Bello Khalil was the governor of Bauchi State. And I remember with nostalgia that I was 19 years old when I led that demonstration and presented him with a letter demanding the trial and the full wrath of the law over those people that were involved in the coup. So we had the benefit of being given an opportunity of being in positions of leadership at a very, very early age. So I can share and identify with what the president is saying here. As we gather here today from different corners of the country to engage the party hierarchy in meaningful deliberations that will provide direct feedback on the positive changes you expect the party to adopt in our conduct, operational processes, and guidelines, I urge you all to approach the deliberations with every sense of seriousness, passion, and enthusiasm. I'm very pleased to note that the theme of this conference provides an opportunity for creating a movement where the future is a decision we make today. Conscious of the need to leave a legacy that will stand the test of time. This conference is therefore very timely, coming up not too long after our party membership registration exercise and just before the commencement of congresses starting from our wards. So I'm quite confident that our deliberations today will have a notable impact on the party's activities and even trickle down to my administration. I am mindful of the fact that this administration came into leadership on the back of the victory achieved at the polls by the party on 2 consecutive occasions. It is therefore pertinent that we remain bound by the tenets of the APC manifesto and constitution. While those binding documents might not be perfect, they were put together to ensure that elected and appointed members of the party conduct themselves in the most responsible manner possible while implementing and executing policies that are not only beneficial, but fair to all Nigerians. So far, all the policies, initiatives, projects, and even appointments by this administration have been guided by equity and inclusiveness. There is virtually no part of the country that has not been impacted positively in the areas of infrastructure, agriculture, and economic support initiatives based on the peculiarities of the regions. This implies that what an area lacks in one aspect is compensated for in another. As you are aware, we are currently dealing with some internal security challenges, and I would like to reassure you that as the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, no effort will be spared in tackling them. As I have repeatedly said in recent weeks, every criminal element that has taken up arms against the peace of the country and its citizens will be brought to book appropriately. I'm happy to see that we are beginning to see the results and would keep improving until the country is rid of such divisive elements. On a final note, I implore you all and every young Nigerian to never despair nor relent in our joint task of nation building. Remember, we have no other country but Nigeria. So it is the responsibility of every one of us to work towards the development and advancement of this country. Let us seize the opportunity to put unpleasant experiences and controversies of the past behind us as we forge a better future for the APC and for our dear country, Nigeria. Through patience, perseverance, love, and empathy for one another, irrespective of tribe, language, or creed. I look forward to receiving your report from this conference, and I hope you will sustain it and make it an annual affair to remind leadership of its responsibilities to the members. We all own this party. It is ours to salvage. On this note, I now have the singular pleasure and opportunity to declare the Progressive Youth Conference 2021 open, and I wish you a very peaceful and productive deliberations. Long live the All Progressive Congress. Long live the progressive youth of the All Progressive Congress, and by extension, the progressive youth of Nigeria. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you, and God bless you.
With President Muhammadu Buhari there, ably represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa. He used the opportunity to call on Nigerian youth who the present administration described as the backbone of the successes recorded so far, and urged the youth to desist negative conduct in view of the security challenges confronting the nation. He said the administration, he also acknowledged, have given the youth opportunity to live a worthy life. And in this regard, according to the theme of the conference, which is the future is a decision, youth have been advised to make wise decisions for their future now. And the Progressives family, he said, is a veritable platform to achieve this. The president said the administration has provided opportunity for youth to thrive in all endeavor of life.
Here we have Professor Osuji Modena, who's the Director of Organization, APC National Secretariat. Thank you very much for your time. Well, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, also with us, ladies and gentlemen, is the National President, National Association of Nigerian Students, Comrade Asefon Sunday. You're welcome. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you very much. We have a lot that is happening, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to assure us that as we move on, we have our speakers. Our keynote speaker is already seated. Our various discussants are also here, and it promises to be a very exciting program, and it's majorly for the young minds, and I believe we can all connect with it. So if you're happy with what you're doing, great Nigerian youths, can we put our hands together for the organizers, our convener, the team, and the entire progressives in this great party. Can we clap for them properly, please? I can feel your presence. If you are here and you're a great Nigerian youth, can you put your hands together? Well, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a little breather away from the politics and speeches and to take a little coming in from a special theater troupe. They came all the way from Kano, and they're ready here to demonstrate for us a little about the essence of our gathering and the future of youth.
The drama is actually from the Kannywood, and it says youth can offer a lot, with the theme Matasa Nadarawal Takawa. We await the drama group to come in due to time factors. The protocol unit, please kindly ensure they're here on stage. While we await them, I believe the videos can play for the viewership of the guests. Thank you.
Ismail Ahmed, the National Youth Leader of the APC Caretaker and its Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee. The conference is first ever Progressive Youth Conference since the inception of this party. The reason why we are doing this is because we want every young person, everyone who believes in the ethos, in the values, in the objective in the vision, in the mission
mune wa manyan baki
of the party.
barka da zuwa wannan taro, wannan zama mai daraja kuma mai albarka. Tsari na shugabanci, wato in Allah ya baka girma na shugabanci, to dole sai kaya haƙuri. Wani lokaci sai na tara kwana 40 zuwa 43, ga baccin na tara amma ba zan iya baccin ba, to dole sai na yi haƙuri. Haka tsari inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'una. Wane ne kuma ita ko mana alfijir? Alfijir wane ne ita baka?
Hungwanan na haƙura da tsarin nan.
Ban gane
wallahi na haƙura, na fita na zama ɗan kallo, zan koma gefe.
Wallahi ba zan karɓa ba, ba zan riƙe ba.
Ka je san ni matashi ne.
Na san da wannan.
A ce tun da nake a ƙasar nan ba a taɓa bani dama na tofa albarkacin baki na ba.
Wannan gaskiya.
Sannan da matasa a ƙarƙashi na ba a taɓa bani dama na kira wasu sun tofa albarkacin bakin su ko shawara ko dan wani abu da za a iya cewa ga wani abu nan na matasa da za a yadda ana damawa da mu.
Wannan gaskiya ne.
To don haka ni na haƙura zan koma gefe zama ɗan kallo.
Tsaya mana alfijir.
Hungwanan ba zan tsaya ba.
Wannan shine laifin da aka yi maka?
Shine
laifin da aka yi maka?
Shine.
To ina so ka tsaya ka gane.
To
shugaban ƙasar Najeriya
radiyallahu anhu
janar Muhammadu Baba Buhari da mataimakansa masu taimakamar akan tsari irin wannan da kuma shugaban jam'iyyar APC na ƙasa sun tsaya sun yi wani zama sun yi tsari mai kyau akan wannan matsalar da kuma baiwa matasa dama da kuma jawo su a ba su dama domin su faɗi menene yake damun su.
Ka sha gaya min wannan maganar ne da kai, don haka ban yadda da wannan magana. Ban yadda da wannan magana ba.
Me yake faruwa ne Alhuzi? Na ga ka zo ka ritsa shi kana neman ka tayi masa da hankali.
Wallahi tallahi.
Me faru?
Na fita daga cikin wannan tsarin. Zan koma.
Ya kake wannan magana?
Allah sai na koma gefe na zama dan kallo.
Wato
tadda hankalinka tsaya.
To
me yake faruwa Alhuzi?
Dahir manzo. Zan maka bayani. Wannan bawan Allah ka fi kowa sanin mahimmancinsa a cikin tafiyarmu da kuma gudunmawar da yake bayarwa.
To shi da izaga ma ko ina?
Yanzu nan izo tun daga nesa da jibabatinsa. Kuma yanzu ka duba a tuna tsakuwa. Yanzu ke a tuna tsakuwa a matsayinki na wadda kike da zurfin karatu.
Makaci ne ke ina bumburu ya kushe meta. Hausa mu rabatan nebo ete wati ba le ko sai jawo.
Na san da wannan.
Kaga ko si jawo.
Na san da wannan.
Ya ce zai fa janye ki.
Ai bai kamata i janye ba.
Ko si jawo me yasa zaka janye?
Sabida ba a ba mu dama.
Wa ka fi yadda da shi a cikin magana? Yanzu in na faɗa ma magana za ka yadda?
Zan iya yadda domin kai na san ka zauna da mutane 4 ko 5 saboda gaskiyarsu kamar littafi in dai suka yi magana ina yadda. Na farko ka zauna da shugaba Muhammadu Buhari baya ƙarya baya yaudara. Na biyu ka zauna da bakaniken jam'iyyar APC tamu mai albarka mai malabo ni kalamu wahid. Na uku ka zauna da mai girma minista na aviation Hadi Sirika bai ƙarya bai yaudara mai gaskiya kamar littafi. Kai in takaice maka ka zauna da ƙurin ƙusban babban go rufe kofa barista Ismail duk cutar da take damun matasa in ya kawo magani da mun sha muke warkewa.
To yanzu ka yadda duk abin da na faɗa maka akan waɗannan mutanen sun faɗa ka yadda?
Na zan yadda da kai.
To an fitar da tsari mai kyau akan matasa, duk wani matashi ya shirya za a tafi tare da shi babu magana daga kafa. In kuma baka yarda da abin da na faɗa ba akwai tsoho na jam'iyya Baba Kunkuru yana bayana ya zo ya maka bayani kai.
Wannan maganar da ka faɗa gaskiya ne za a dama da mu
Baba Kunkuru ya gaya ma bayani.
Baba Kunkuru ka ji bayanin da sai.
Kai ina zuwa. Kar ka yarda ka aiwatar da abin da kake so ka yi. Ba za ka kai labari ba.
To
yawa.
Barin gaya maka. Ai shugaba Muhammadu Buhari ya yi kyakkyawan tsari ga su samari masu tasowa. Kuma let me tell you, idan ka koma tarihi, when you go back to the history, our previous leaders kamar Saddauna, Tafawa Balewa, Zik Awolo sun ba da kyakkyawan kofa da janyo samari yanda za a tallafa wa Najeriya a wannan lokaci kuma sun taimaka. To saboda haka yanzu ma shi yasa Baba Buhari ya ce bari ya kirawo matasa ya ba su dama domin mu samu kyakkyawan ci gaba.
Amma wallahi yan Twitter da yan Facebook din nan da Instagram ashe makaryata ne. Su suka ce min ba za a dama da matasa ba. Na gani a rubuta ana ba za a dama da matasa ba ashe yan adawa ne. Kai
Malam Alfijir yanzu ka san me ya rage za mu nemi alfarma a gurinka? tun daga baba kunkuru baba kunkuru ka tambaya mana malam alfijir ya haƙura ko kuma ya janye akan wannan kudirin da ya zo min da shi
ina alfijir
gani na
ka janye da wanda ga wannan abin da ka kawo
na janye kudiri na yanzu wannan jam'iyya tamu mai albarka jam'iyyar APC ina ciki tsindim mutuka raba ni da ita
malam alfijir
kuma zan je in gaya wa matasa
ina woman leader
su kwantar da hankalinsu shugaba Muhammadu Buhari da makarrabai da ita kanta jam'iyyar gaba ɗaya an yi kira a wannan karo ne aka fara a Najeriya a zauna da matasa a tattauna a ji menene shawarwarinsu da gudunmuwarsu da za su bayar a ƙasa Najeriya ba dan komai ba domin kwanan nan na ji ga radio an yi kamfen mataimakiyar shugaban ƙasar Amerika ta ce wata ƙasa ba za ta shiga ba amma suna hawa da suka gano matsala da ta ce ita ma ta jaddada ba za a shiga ba
ka gane alfijir ya ka zo mu je mu zauna
ina human leader fita bata kama mu ba muna ciki mu je office din jam'iyya human leader mu je office din jam'iyya
Your Excellencies, can we put our hands together for them, please? Let me assure you that we have agreed at the planning stage of this program that we will try as much as possible to include Nigerian local languages. So you are going to field our local languages in the plays, in the music that we chose, even in some of the speeches, because what we are doing is to promote Nigeria and the essence of our culture. Even in our diversity, we can agree. Please, let's put our hands together for the innovation of our young Nigerians of choosing to include our local languages in our songs, in our plays, and in everything that we do, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together for them. Please, can you talk to that lady, please? Can you talk to that lady? No. Excuse me, please. Excuse me, please.
Don't see the gallery. It's very wrong.
Great Nigerian youth. Great Nigerian youth. Greatest of the greatest of the greatest Nigerian youth. Thank you very much, Nigerian youth. We appreciate your understanding. We appreciate your patience. I want to assure you that we will do this as much as possible in English, but I want to assure you that we have also been able to put together some other people. There is a short play in Yoruba, there is a musical troupe in Igbo, and there's a special cultural performance coming in later on the program. So everyone here is represented, and we appreciate those who have been able to put together that play from Kannywood. Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for them. We appreciate you, and we love what we have seen, and we'll continue in that. Those in the gallery, are you with me? Those in the gallery, are you with me? Greatest Nigerian youth. Thank you very much. Thank you. So we move very quickly to take a few messages, and we'll start off with one coming in from the secretary of the party. Let me especially welcome one who has provided leadership to the young people. He has provided inspiration to the young people. One time also he was at the highest level in the ministerial department in the FCT. Let's welcome distinguished Senator John James Akpan-Udo-Odege. Please put your hands together for him as he comes over to deliver for us his goodwill message this morning. Please, can we clap for him, please? Young men and women in the house, let's put our hands together for the secretary of our great party. He's coming up now to deliver for us a goodwill message. Can we welcome him, please? Can we put our hands together for him as he comes up? Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
us. Can we please have some sense of decency up there? Hello, everyone. Can everyone be seated, please? We want the security and the protocol unit to please ensure everyone is sitting on his seat, please. We also crave your indulgence to continue with the program while we await the next speaker. We await the next speaker, please, to the podium. Please, can we have some sense of decency? Nigerian youth. Hello. Okay. Nigeria is a diverse nation. Hello. Nigeria is a diverse nation. Okay. We would now like to welcome to the stage the Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, Ogwenayo Onu, to please kindly address this gathering.
His Excellency, the President of our great country, represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Her Excellency, our highly respected First Lady, equally represented, Your Excellency, the Governor of Yobe, and our National Caretaker Chairman, members of the National Assembly, members of the Federal Executive Council, distinguished guests, gentlemen of the press, our youths, the young people who have contributed so much to our great party. You are the pride, the very pride of all of us. I feel very happy to be called upon to give a goodwill message during this first Progressive Youth Conference. This conference is so important because it's bringing together all our young people who have made so much contribution to our great party. I would like to use this opportunity to commend the national youth leader for his leadership and for his vision to bring into existence this conference, which already Mr. President has said should be an annual affair. I also would like to commend all our young people, particularly the youth of APC. Without you, they would never have been an APC. It is our young people that work very hard to make it possible for APC, the very first political party in the history of not only Nigeria, but also in Africa, to be formed by parties in government, giving up their identity to come together. This is a very, very historic achievement, which you young people, many of you who were holding posts in those parties that merged and gave up their identities, you had to forego those positions that you held. I very much thank you for that sacrifice which you made that helped us to have APC, a party that was formed in 2013, and in less than 2 years, we were able to make history, to be the first political party to win an election where a sitting president accepted defeat. This is a major achievement which we must commend our young people, because without you, that would not have been possible. Today, we are building a party for the future. APC has tremendous potential, great potential. The founders of APC had a vision, and that vision was to create a new Nigeria, to have a new Nigeria where all citizens will be proud of and all foreigners will respect. A nation that will be a giant in the world. So the APC has a lot of work to do, and this work can only be done through the support of our young people, because the future belongs to you. Nigeria is so blessed to have about 60% of her citizens being young. This is something that many of the developed countries can do anything to have, because we know that there are so many countries that are aging. Their populations are decreasing, and yet we have about 60% of our population as young people. And you are the greatest asset that this party has, that the nation also has. Mr. President has already called you a very important pillar on which the APC rests. I think you can see that the future of our nation, the future of our party depends on you. It is what you make of this future that our party can be. But I know you want a great party that will continue to win elections. And so I believe that all our young members, all young people in the APC must show loyalty to the APC. As a former national chairman of a major political party, I know the importance of a political party in mobilizing people politically. And I know the importance of a political party to guide the government that it has produced. So it is important that the young people, that the youth in this great party, that you show loyalty by accepting the supremacy of the party. So when the party takes a decision, we expect that you will give it full support, because it is that support, it is that backing that will make it possible for our party to continue to grow. Also, it is important that you recognize that it's you that elected this government. President Muhammadu Buhari won election in 2015 and 2019, and it's through you, through your votes. So you must support him. You must support this administration. This support will be very important, because very often we have seen what has happened with the opposition political parties. Very often they will say things that cannot be supported by any data. It is for you, as the youth of this party, to stand behind your own administration, your president, to say no to what the opposition is saying. It is that support that will now help to strengthen the administration and help this administration to continue with the good work that it's doing. Everybody has seen the transformation that President Muhammadu Buhari is already carrying out in the country in the area of infrastructure. This is needed for us to become a truly great nation. Also, as young people, the future belongs to you. Nigeria is our only country. I expect that we must continue to work for the unity, for the peace of our great nation. In everything that you do, in everything that we do, we must remember the words of our previous national anthem. Though tribe and tongue may differ, but in brotherhood we stand. I thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Please, can we put our hands together for him? Thank you very much. We had to allow him because of special consideration. I want to plead with all other of our speakers, particularly those on the goodwill spectrum, that please, we will just take 2 minutes, just go straight to the point, and let's have your message, because we have our keynote speakers waiting to deliver his message. We also have a lot of other people who are willing to talk. We have panels, we have roundtable discussions, and these are important sessions also. But because you are our fathers, you are also our partners in this progress, Nigeria. We want to also hear from you before we take the keynote speech. So please, we'll plead with you that you work within 2 minutes so we can do this quickly and be done with. Let me welcome distinguished Senator Hadi Sirika, who's our Honorable Minister of Aviation, to deliver for us a goodwill message. Please put your hands together for him. This man has a history. He had worked to transform the transport sector in Katsina, and in Nigeria is helping to sanitize the airwaves. Please put your hands together for him.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, ably represented by our own boss, Mustafa, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, I would, if you permit me, respect and recognize all the protocols that were well established earlier than now. Well, coming here, the statement occurred to me and it is registered in my head that the future is a decision. Indeed, it is a decision to act. If you are a Nigerian and you understand the decision to act, who will then act? It is the totality of all of us, the young and the old, the able and the not so very able. But most of it, the action is from you, the Nigerian youth. You've done it earlier than now, you've done it now, and it's certain that you'll do it in the future. And here is why. From the beginning of this nation, Nigeria, last I checked, every single action towards nation building has been championed by one youth or another. In history, up until